Hello fellow lovers of the liminal and the weird, and welcome to another video by Liminal Spaces. Today I would like to do a response video to Virgil's recent video in which he covered the book Kwaidan, written by Lafcadio Hearn, and also the film called Kwaidan by Masaki Kobayashi. My intent with this video is really quick to talk about how good Virgil's video was and how incredible Kwaidan is. And I'm not going to talk too much about Kwaidan because really, truly, the way Virgil covered this was incredible. You should go watch that video. In fact, this video works better if you watch it after having watched Virgil's video, because of course this is a response to that. If you haven't watched his video, it is well worth it. It's an incredible look at Kwaidan, both the book and the movie. This is a subject that I love very much, particularly folk fairy tales, and in this case, ghost stories, and particularly from Japan, that I absolutely wanted to talk about it. Particularly, what I'd like to do is just bring up some of my favorite things that this video that Virgil made me think of. So you could think of this as kind of a list of books that you should check out or movies that you should check out if you love ghost stories and if you want particularly to look into Japanese ghost stories and folk tales. So with that being said, if you haven't watched Virgil's video, give this a pause, go watch that, and then come back here. And while you're over there at Virgil's, subscribe and like the video because it's awesome and he deserves way more subscribers than he currently has. So just really quick, Kwaidan, absolutely incredible book written by the Irish Lafcadio Hearn, who spent the last years of his life in Japan, was given a Japanese name, married a Japanese woman, and I think died a Japanese citizen. And he translated with his wife, as Virgil talks about beautifully in the video. Go see that video. Ghost stories from Japanese to English, and they became so popular that they were retranslated back into Japanese and eventually had a film made from them, which is Kwaidan. And this film is incredible. If you haven't seen this, go check it out. It's so good. The visual cinematography in this is so stunning that alone is absolutely worth it. But when you talk about the great stories, particularly Earless Hoichi or Miminashi Hoichi and Yuki Onna or the Snow Woman, just absolutely incredible. You absolutely should check these out. And again, I will probably never make a video on these because Virgil has, in my opinion, made the video that is all you need to know about these two pieces of art. Absolutely incredible. What I want to talk about for the rest of this video is where to go from there. If you have already read Kwaidan and already seen Kwaidan the movie, but you're interested in going even further, I just wanted to talk about some of my favorite other pieces of Japanese ghost story related stuff and kind of give out suggestions of where you could go from there. I got a cat. So one of the things that Virgil talks a lot about is during Earless Hoichi, the section in the film, he is a biwa player and he is reciting an old Japanese epic poem. And the poem that he is reciting is called the He Monogatari, or the Tale of the Heike. And this is actually worth a read, and I think Virgil was very much taken with the visual elements of this story, but the story itself is also really incredible. And there are historical novels that retell it, but in my opinion, this original Japanese poem is absolutely incredible. This epic is just insanely good. This copy is translated by Hiroshi Kitagawa and Bruce T. Tsuchida. And it has a foreword by Edward Seidensticker, and you'll hear his name a lot when we talk about Japanese scholarship. Absolutely incredible, very much worth a read. People have said that it is written in such a way that it could be called the Shakespeare of Japan. And it has all the story that Virgil discussed that's in the film in it, and is really worth a read. But on specifically to Japanese ghost stories. After Kwaidan, my favorite book of Japanese ghost stories is called Tales of Moonlight and Rain, and its actually Japanese title is Ugetsu Monogatari, and it's by Ueda Akinari. And this particular copy is translated by Anthony Chambers. It was translated in 2006. And this is the copy that I highly recommend that you grab of this. And this is a book of ghost stories written in the late 1700s and is considered one of the most important texts from that era, and a really important text for Japanese kaidan, or ghost stories. And it has the tale of the samurai coming back to his wife, who he thinks is waiting there for him, and the truth of what is revealed. Really, really great read. Very much worth it. And in fact, another film that you can look at is Ugetsu, and this is by Kenji Mizoguchi, and it is based on the book Ugetsu Monogatari. And this is, in my opinion, although not as beautiful as Kwaidan, it is a wonderful film, and many people have said this is the film that made Japanese cinema start gaining popularity in America. Absolutely worth a watch. Another, I think he does 2 of the ghost stories from this in this film, and it is very cool and very worth the watch. I highly recommend it. This might be something I have Jason do for you guys sometimes. We'll see if he's interested. So that's one place you can go after having read Kwaidan. Another place you can go is Japanese Tales. This is from the Pantheon Fairy Tale and Folklore Library, which is an incredible imprint. They have published so many great things, and I have so many of their books, and this is one of my favorite. These are translated and edited and put together by Royal Tyler, and he is another name that you will find all throughout Japanese literature and study. I don't know if you can tell, but this is fatter here because I earmarked, when I first got this in college, all the stories that I absolutely loved, and there were so many. I've now undone the earmark so that I can squish it again, but for a while this was twice the thickness of the bottom because of how many dog ears I did, because all these tales are so good. There's hundreds of tales in this book. Some are long, some are super short, and they are all absolutely incredible, and they're from a wide range of time. Some of these go back to the Heian period, back to the 9th and 10th centuries. Really incredible. The best book of ghosts and folk tales that I've seen from in English from Japan. Really incredible. Every bit of this read is so much worth it. Is so worth it and so much fun. I highly recommend you get this, and you'll see all the different yokai or monsters from Japanese literature and ghost stories. You'll see demons. You'll see all of them. Kappa. You'll see all of them in here. And really just an incredible collection of tales. I highly recommend it. And finally, I have this massive book, Japanese Ghosts and Demons, The Art of the Supernatural, which is edited by Stephen Addis. And this is incredible look at kind of a more academic instead of just a retelling, but it's a look at the art and the stories. I love this fox dressed up as a woman here. Of course, the foxes can take on many forms. But it also has, each section is about a different type of monster or yokai. and it's academic, but it's so fun to read. It's just very well written, and very straightforward, and the art in this is absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend giving this one a look as well. All right, these are just the books and things I thought of while I was watching Virgil's recent video on Kwaidan. Again, if you happen to watch this without going and watching Virgil's Kwaidan, I'm putting the link in the description. It's going to be the link that I put at the end cap of this video. End cap? End screen of this video. A little bit of retail coming out of me there. All right, if you watched this to the end, thank you very much. If you liked it, please click like. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe, because we'll be making a lot more of it in the future. Thank you so much for watching.